Imagine me fed up, a go-getter for more cheddar. Po never, blow letters, cause I know no better. No error, no steez, no Kirk.
Hey guys, what's up? Parker J or Parker here, bringing you guys another life story. Today's life story is about the time, that moment, my brother and I almost got caught by my mom's boyfriend smoking weed on a family reunion. It was on a, or not family reunion, what am I saying? I'm stuck on the last story. I just keep saying family reunion. Anyway, so we were going on a family trip, and we're going to be going a couple states over to Montana, and we're going to be driving there. It's about a 5, maybe 6 hour drive. So my brother and I were talking amongst each other, and we were like, should we bring some chronic? Should we bring some of that sticky icky? And we finally came to the conclusion, let's bring some weed, and we also packed ourselves a bubbler to smoke out of, and we were ready. So that morning, that Friday morning, we had all our stuff packed up. I think we ended up bringing around an eighth of weed, somewhere around that amount. And we also packed up a grinder, and we just got ready. We got in the car and we just headed out to Montana with my mom, her boyfriend, and then both of us, obviously. And at that point, I was completely fine with just having weed with us. I didn't think it was gonna reek out of any containers because we had it packed up pretty good. But it was actually a funny part in the story because it really wasn't our weed, but we drove over a skunk, I'm guessing, or drove by a skunk or something. And for some reason, the rental car that we rented started reeking up so badly while we were driving out to Montana. And this was the most scariest moment, guys. When I was looking around, I started smelling major pot, and everybody in the car started looking around except my brother. He was asleep. I was like, oh shit, what do we do? Because what do you do at that point? How do you explain that? Your parents and people in the front are looking back at us, and we're like, I don't even know what to say because it really wasn't us. And so at that point, it eventually aired out of the car, though, after 30 or not 30 minutes, I'm about to say, about 30 seconds to a minute. But it was one of the most scariest moments driving, just because I really did think that it was our pod at first and that we were going to be fucked because there was nothing we were going to be able to do about it. Because we still had another 2 hours to drive in that car, so, smelling that smell could only go on for so long until it's questioned. But eventually, we did arrive in Montana. We were going to be sleeping in one of these things called a yurt. I'm going to put a picture on the screen now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And, dude, they were really dope to sleep in, besides the point. Anyway, so my brother and I get there for our first time seeing the place, and right away we go right into, to our yurt and put our stuff away. And we're putting our stuff away, and we just check on the weed, just take a look, see how it lasted throughout the car ride. I don't know. And we lift open the lid. And I don't know why we did this. I don't know what we were thinking opening it in a yurt that has no window on it, because you obviously don't want the fucking big bugs out in the woods that we've seen there. God, guys, I don't even want to ever see some of the bugs that I've seen there again because they were really gnarly. Anyway, we opened up the weed, right? Opened up the jar that we had the weed in the yurt, and automatically, as soon as we open it up, reeks up the whole yurt. And at that point, I was like, oh fuck, I hope they don't come in here. So I was really hoping, that they didn't come in the place we were sleeping in, because they were gonna smell it for sure. I just kind of left the door open and let it air out for a couple minutes, and then it was good because we didn't smoke anything in there. We just cracked a jar, and it really started flowing out of the jar bad. I don't know why. That was another scary part of the trip, I gotta say. Anyway, so that day, right after that, I think a couple hours after that, they were getting stuff set up, and my brother and I, we said we were gonna go on a hike, and we just hiked off with our weed, smoked a couple bowls, came back, feeling alright, and, we just came down, sat by the fire, and I think that ended that night off. And then here comes, guys, the event that completely made this a story, and this got to be one of my top 3 scariest moments while I was smoking weed, just because if this person caught me, it would just be all over on a family trip. You aren't supposed to do this kind of stuff. So, what happened here, guys? The next day, my brother and I, it was probably I'd say 10 or 11 a.m. And we woke up, and probably we woke up even earlier than that, but we were just hanging out probably by the fire or something in the morning, and we decided that we were gonna go on another hike and smoke some more weed in the morning. So that's what we did. We packed our bubbler, we combined for a gram maybe all together with all of our weed that we had for that one hike, and we just hiked back up to the same spot, maybe even a little further, because there was this cool trail. And I wanted to keep going on the trail because it's a dope-ass trail to walk on when you're pretty high. And we got to this trail. And we sat down. I remember we were sitting on this rock and we were packing bowls. We had like I think we had 3 down. We were ready to pack a fourth. Like, we were getting really stoned because we just had a lot of weed at the time. So we didn't really care. We had more at home even. We had a lot. And I'm trying to think of how old I was. I was 16 when this happened, so that's pretty crazy. But anyway, as we're smoking that fourth bowl, or maybe I think we actually finished 3. We're about to start on the fourth. I think that's what it was. All of a sudden, I'm like literally hitting. I'm in the middle of hitting this bowl. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, I was in the middle, or if not, I was about to take a hit. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I just hear a loud yell, and it's just like a yell, and it just freaks me out. I remembered I almost dropped the piece. I was so startled. My brother and I like looking around, and we look over, and about 40 feet away from us, like where we came from, like where we walked up from, we just see my mom's boyfriend there with the camera, and we were like, "Oh fuck, dude," because he likes taking pictures of the wilderness, and we were like, "Oh shit, man, he's definitely seen us, and he's definitely gonna smell it if he walks over here." So he just started laughing because he scared us, and we looked over, smiling, and we were fucking scared. We just said, "Oh hey, what's up, man?" And then we started walking in the other direction. We just completely turned, didn't even walk toward him. We just started walking down the trail more, because at that point I started pouring all the water out of the bubbler. I started putting it in my pocket. We had the grinder on us that still had weed in it that we were gonna keep on, smoking, but we couldn't because obviously we got caught by my mom's boyfriend, and we had to get the hell out of there when we could. And so we also had, the bag of weed on us, so we had to get that, concealed. And we were walking, and then we started cutting back toward started taking a right hand turn back toward where we were staying at. And he starts cutting through also. And at that point, it was like, fuck, no matter what, he's gonna come up to us. So just hopefully we don't reek. And for some reason, if we don't, we got away. But more than likely we did. I thought we were gonna go down. And he came over and talked to us. I remember my heart was beating so fast because I just thought, like, what if he smells it? Like, what's gonna happen? And he comes up to us, doesn't even say a word, guys. Just sits there and talks to us, has a casual conversation. My brother and I were super stoned just talking to him, and didn't even say anything. So I'm guessing he didn't smell it. I'm sure he would have mentioned something if he did. But yes, guys, that is the story of the time that I was almost caught smoking weed on a family trip, and it was a really, really, really close call. I'm very lucky how it turned out. But anyway, if you guys did enjoy this life story, please do drop a like. It would mean a lot. I see that we gained a couple subscribers over the last couple of days, so shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. Comment down below if you've ever been caught or almost caught, or just any situation where you weren't supposed to get caught with a certain person. Anyways, have a great day, guys. Peace out.